Hello and welcome. My name's Lauren Robertson, and this is the channel Geeking or Tweaking. It's going to be it's like a podcast. It's just going to be like about media, as the profile picture says. It's like games, music, films, TV shows, and like fighting and all the stuff that just happens in media in general. And this is like my first video because I felt like I really wanted to talk about a film. Well, not a film, but like a TV series called Beef. And this will contain spoilers, by the way. Just so if you haven't seen Beef, I really recommend it. It's a really heart and gut wrenching like TV series. It's just great. The main character is called Danny Cho, and you basically follow his life, and you get to see how sad he is. It makes you feel sorry for him, and like the first episode is really deep because you can see that Danny is like, spoilers. It's like the first episode. You can see Danny is returning grills. We don't know why, but it's indicated that he's tried to turn them back 4 times because the cashier is say you're returning them for the 4th time again, and so he gets made fun of by the cashier because he goes on like the store mic and announces if you're making returns to make sure you have a ticket with you so you're not like wasting his time. So that sets Danny off, and he walks out and keeps the girls because he feels embarrassed, and he goes in his car, and then he's just venting out his anger, and then he goes to pull out, and someone pulls out behind him really fast, and that sets him off. He honks at them, and they flip the middle finger up, and that's his like final straw. He basically just like chases the person in the car for a while, dangerous driving, so like swerving in and out of cars, destroying properties and all that. It is quite a crazy one, and we get to see near the end of the chase, it cuts to our other main character, which is Amy. Danny and Amy have completely different lives, but that event has like connected them together. And basically, the point of the show being called Beef is that the first episode is like a catalyst, so it keeps ramping up, and it gets like really crazy stuff later on in the series, like wild stuff. It left me quite disturbed the first time I watched it, and it's really crazy. And so basically we get to see like the dynamic between the two. So Danny Cho is living in a flat or an apartment with his brother, who's investing into crypto and plays games all day. So that's what we know of him so far. And we get to see that Amy goes home, and she's got a lot of money basically, and her husband George is like, he's a counsel. She comes home and she looks quite worried, and he asks her like what's wrong, and then she just tries to play it off because she's frustrated from work as well. So they're both like crazily angry, but they tend to not show it to other people. They just keep it to themselves. And so we go to see that Danny's cousin got put in jail, and well, he was in jail, but then he got let out, and then Danny's business is kind of failing, so he takes a loan off his cousin, and he goes to do some work on a tree at someone's house, and they actually fired him because he's being too persistent, asking for like other jobs. So they fired him because they overheard them on the Ring doorbell saying it was really annoying and stuff like that. So he then left, and so that set him off again, and he had enough. So he went and tracked down the person who pulled out in front of him, which was Amy, and he finds her home, and then he plays as a handyman, and comes in to check something, and then asks if he can go to the bathroom, and then he proceeds to urinate all over his bathroom as payback. So after he's done that, he quickly leaves. He doesn't say anything else. He just says, "Oh, sorry, I gotta go, bye." And then we see Amy going into the bathroom, and there's just urine everywhere. So while he's running back to his car with a happy smile on his face, she's chasing him angry. He gets away, and he drives away laughing. That's quite the first episode. It had me hooked, honestly, because I wasn't expecting the twists, but it was honestly great. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that at the episode 1. So it's just like a quick breakdown. So there's just my first video of like the first episode of Beef, and I really think everybody should watch it. It is a great show. Honestly, it had me crying a few times during like later episodes because of like stuff that had happened, and like it could have been prevented but wasn't, and now like this is their fate. Like they have to do this, and it is really, really deep. In some parts, there's a certain scene, I'll just call it by the name, it's a church scene where Danny just lets it all out, and it's a beautiful scene, and that's in the second episode. But honestly, I think everybody should give it a watch. Just it'll probably blow your mind. Honestly, it is one of the most beautiful pieces of media I've seen in quite a while. And I mean, I'm not like a crazy watcher. I don't like watch stuff every day, but I do watch stuff quite regularly. So I'd say I'm a reliable source, you know. But yeah, this has been Geeking or Tweaking. This is your host Lauren, and maybe next time we'll get Alex on the show, your other host. And thank you, and bye.